gloves off. It is no longer about fearing, and no one is being feared. Ladies and gentlemen, the first lady, the very first lady of the Republic of Kenya, former first lady, Mama Ngina Kenyatta, has moved to court to compel the land registry to issue her with a title deed for 1,000 hectares of land based in Taita Taveta County. And in court documents filed at Milimani High Court, Mama Ngina, together with former MP Basil Criticus, contend that they are both co-owners of the land. The two, who have listed Attorney General Justin Muturi as a respondent, added that they are yet to be issued with the title deed despite being the actual owners of the land. Additionally, the two indicated that only land registry can explain why they have been denied the title deed. And they're saying that in orders issued, according to orders issued earlier by Justice John Chigiti, the matter was certified as urgent, with Mama Ngina and former MP expected to file a substantive motion within 14 days. Muturi and the land registry were also directed to file and serve their responses within 14 days after being served by the applicants. The matter shall be mentioned on March 5th, 2024, as they wait for compliance. This move by Mama Ngina is one that I want us to look at deeply. And I know that when I just read this story, and I was just trying to consult a few of our friends, the good friends of this channel, and there is something we were wondering. If we say that Uhuru Kenyatta was a very selfish man, or a man who probably was just looking at his own interest, then we need to salute him, because he served as the president for 10 years and left power without giving the title deed to the mother. So what does that show you about it? You know, it actually shows that he was not pursuing bit of the self-interest. The question of land in this Ruto administration continues to elicit rebellion across the country. A program that was deemed to help address it is not doing any better. And it's not starting now. I remember early February when Kenya Kwanza were vilifying the first family about some tax exemptions on land and some land rates. Mama Ngina came out and responded to the president, telling him that he just needs to face her directly.
Nasikia mengine inasemwa ati wengine hawatoi kodi, hawatoi nini. Nashangaa kwa sababu kila mtu anazungumza na uwewamuka anasema hii na mwingine anamuka anasema hii, lakini serikali iko na laini yake ya vile mambo inaendeshwa. Mambo ya kodi, income tax ni lazima mkubwa au mdogo kulipa kulingana na uwezo wake na mapato yake. Hiyo si kazi ya kuzungumza katika kwa magazeti, kwa mikutano, kwa TV. Kwa sababu ukikosa kulipa kodi unapelekwa kotini, kwa sababu hiyo ndio sheria. Ukikosa kulipa ili unatakiwa kulipa, lazima hiyo vitu yako itashughuliwa, itauzwa. Si ndio hiyo sheria ya serikali? Hivyo hakuna haja na ile laini ya kufanya kazi hiyo iko. Hakuna hakuna mambo ya ati kuharibia wale wengine majina na nini. Ndio watu wasikiki ati wanafanya kazi, wanaendesha hivi. Hapana, mtu asitakiwe alipe ile kitu anatakiwa kulipa. Na kama ni mimi, hata nikiwa na mwaka moja nakosea bila kulipa, mali ishukuliwa ilipe ile tax kwa sababu ni lazima. Kwa hivyo hakuna haja ya kufanya kazi ya kisiasa hivi na vile, na hiyo sio kweli. Na watu wanajua, hawasemi kweli.
And that is what Mama Ngina said by then. So there is something there is some interesting bit of this. Do you remember when the Kenya Kwanza team were campaigning? That convoy went to Taita Taveta. And William Ruto, in a soundbite, confessed that he bought some land from Basil criticals.
Mnajua hata mimi ni mzee wa Mata pale Mata. Huyu mjumbe wenu wa zamani Basil criticals aliniambia nimlipie deni alikuwa naye kule AFC, alafu akanikatia kashamba yake kadogo pale. Mimi nikawa mwenyeji huko. Na mimi nataka niwaulize watu wa county hii, mimi nikiwa mmoja wenu hapa katika county hii, tunaelewana ya kwamba ni lazima tujipange, ili wakati hiyo serikali inaundwa, tunaunda pamoja na nyinyi.
Mimi nimesoma gazeti, nasikia jamaa alipewa ati ekari 200 ama 1000 ati bure kule Taita Taveta. Na huyo Basil Criticals wakati alikuwa mbunge kule Taita Taveta, kulikuwa na masquota ndani ya hiyo shamba. Wale watu wa chini ambao Ruto anazungumzia. Kwa nini hakupea hao squota hiyo shamba? Na kila shamba ambaye Ruto anasema inasemekana ameiba, huwa anadanganya ati alipewa. Hata alienda kotini ile shamba ya Muteshi, anadanganya ati Muteshi alimpatia. Paka Muteshi akakufa na stress akijaribu kuprove ya kwamba hii mtu alimuibia shamba. Kwa hivyo tunataka kumwambia Ruto vile Junet amesema, anza na kugawa mahasla wa Taita Taveta hiyo shamba ekari 2000 ambayo unasema umepewa.
Mimi nimeshangaa, wengine wanasema ati wanataka kusaidia watu wa chini. Wewe unasaidia watu wa chini? Mmesoma gazeti ya leo? Mtu ako na eka 2500 shamba huko Taita Taveta, mtu mmoja anaweza saidia mtu wa chini? Anaweza saidia mtu wa chini? Kama unataka kusaidia watu, anza kugawa hiyo shamba kwanza. Iko watu ambao hawana shamba yoyote hapa Kenya. Uanze kufanya nini? Na sasa watu wanasema ati yeye anataka kusaidia watu wa chini kupeleka juu. Swali, wale wa Kenya wote tumetembea kila pahali, wanajiuliza nani alitupeleka chini? Nani alitupeleka chini? Ni nani alitupeleka chini? Sasa yule alipeleka watu chini, anaweza peleka wa juu? Shetani? Shetani?
And he had bought some land on some, it dated back in 1990s, and then he was saying that he was also part of it. So this is this Basil criticals who Ruto bought land from is also claiming ownership, co-ownership with Mama Ngina. And earlier this year, there was even an attempt for William Ruto's land to be fenced there. I think successfully, maybe it was fenced. And it caused a lot of friction with the locals because they declined, or that they had refused, that land was not going to be fenced. Even the MP was arrested, if I remember. The MP, the area MP, the Taita Taveta area MP where Basil Critical was the MP, was even arrested because he mobilized the residents to protest about that land. So is it a coincidence? A man that had sold land to William Ruto, and I cannot confirm whether it is the land that was sold, is claiming title deed, co-ownership with the land with Mama Ngina. Can you see the way that connection is there? Is it just a coincidence? My simple English will tell you it is not. And just as the other context where this is happening is that the affordable housing project that was supposed to help, address the housing problem, according to me, and that is not the real intention as we speak now, has degenerated a ring of land takers. And as Mama Ngina is heading to court, demolitions were done in Mavoko, Kirima land in Nairobi here, the contention is still going on, and somewhere in Juja, residents are being kicked out of land to pave way for affordable housing. And I want you to get their reaction to that.
Watu wagekumali hakuna pahali wanaenda. Mashamba ya watu wagekumali hakuna pahali wanaenda. Wataenda wapi? Na hii mashamba ni yao, wako na title deeds. Ule mtu anakuja hapa kuwaambia wahame, yeye ndiye chairperson wa Land Control Board.
Azimio letu ambao tumeafikiana leo ni kwamba serikali iondoke hapa, wananchi waachwe na shamba lao, na wasipoondoka tutaita watu wote wa Mount Kenya wakuje wakae hapa ili tuweze kulinda rasilimali zetu.
Mimi nimeshangaa juu baba yangu ndiye amenipatia shamba na niko na title. Sasa kusikia ati hiyo title ni fake. Si kulala hata si kuona usingizi. Ile kitu imenisumbua sana. Tuko na wazazi wako na miaka 80s. Sasa pressure yao iko juu. Nauliza serikali, tutafanya nini? Wazazi watakufa, watatuacha na nani? Juu sasa vile imeendelea, hao mama pressure iko juu, hata hawakukula, wamelala bila kukula na shamba ni zao. Hawajaibia mtu, hawajakosea mtu. Hii miaka yao ya uzeeni, tafadhali serikali, wachaneni hao mama zetu waishi na amani. Zile miaka wamebakisha, muwaachie amani, waishi wakiwa na amani.
Na hii shamba ilikuwa inaitwa Juja. Kwa hivyo pande ilikuwa na sehemu 3. Iko Gekumali, iko Zone T na iko Juja farm kule upande wa Azi. Na sasa ile unafanya balloting, ulikuwa labda unashukua ballot hasilingani kwa ile zile portions. Plot yako inaweza kuwa upande ya Gekumali na shamba iko upande wa Juja. Na ndivyo hata mimi sasa hii niko namna hiyo. Niko na plot upande ile ya Juja kwa Zirireka River. Plot yangu iko pande hiyo. Na pande nyingine ndio niko na shamba. Na hiyo shamba ndio nimelelea watoto yangu. Na ndio nilikuja 1986 na watoto yangu. Nimelelea hapo. Niko na zaidi ya miaka 30. Sijaona mtu wa kuniuliza unakaa kwa hii shamba ni yangu. Pande ile hakuna watu. Ndio tunashindwa. Hata nikitolewa hapa na nipewe shamba ile haina mwenyewe na yeye ako na title kama mimi, si atakuja tena naye aseme ti yake si yangu nihamishwe. Sasa ndio tunauliza serikali hapa iingilie katikati, ituambie DCC ameingilia shamba ya watu namna gani?
Nauliza swali moja tu, kwani hii serikali huwa inatoa title namna gani? Kwani title deed ile ni original ama genuine inakuanga ikiwa namna gani? Kwa sababu ikiwa kuna title ingine inafaa ionyeshwe na mwenyewe aonekane ni nani. Na kitu cha pili ningetaka kuulizia, huyu anadai hii shamba ni lake, alikuwa wapi miaka hiyo yote ili ifike hapa? Wakati watu wamejijenga, wakati watu wamelea watoto wao na wakaonyesha mali ya kuishi, ndipo wanakuja kusema hapa ni kwao. Tungetaka kumjua huyo mtu, kwa sababu wakati tulipoulizia DCCI alituelezea kwamba shamba lina mwenyewe, lakini hatuonyeshi mwenyewe ni nani. Anaficha mwenyewe, anaficha huyu mtu namna gani? Kitu cha pili aliongezea, akasema kanisa kama hili likikutwa na ile barabara ama likiguzwa na hiyo barabara, hili kanisa litahamishwa hapa, liwekwe pande, lipewe sehemu nyingine na lijengwa, lakini hakuna kufidiwa. Sasa nikashangaa nikashindwa, kwani either ni wizi ama ni nani huyu anayedai shamba ambalo sio lake?
Tukitaka serikali igirie kati juu hii mashamba ni yetu. Hatukununua kwa mtu. ilikuwa ya msugu. Na msugu alilipo pesa yake na akaenda. Sio kwa mtu tulinunua. Sisi tulinunua kwa msungu. Ilikuwa saba ya msungu. Tukanunua. Na msungu akaenda. Na hiyo ni miaka mingi.
Sasa ungetaka haki.
Tunataka haki yetu. Shamba ni yetu.
So, do you know that even Rigathi Gachagua is in court over some 1.5 billion worth of land, where land is that there is a land between a company. Rigathi Gachagua bought a land from a company. I think that was probably in 2012, if I'm not wrong, at 24 million. And that land was also then had been sold to someone else. So even I think it is the land around airport. That story was I had that story here. Yes, I had that story here. If you read Nation, if you look for Nation, I think that was on Thursday. That story was there. So the question of land ownership and the land tussle is not only on Mama Ngina. Even the deputy president Rigathi Gachagua is in court trying to battle out some land case. So I will really wait. I'm waiting to see, because the last time Mama Ngina tried even to talk, hey, wow, the political dogs were unleashed on her. She was called all sorts of names and branded and vilified and all that. I'm waiting to see whether this is they're going to take that. But this move is politically critical, and I want us to dissect that a bit. What do you think is happening? And have you realized there is a clamor for title deed? If you want to get everyone now is going for the title deed. If you have a land somewhere and you don't have title deed, then I'm telling you, you never know. You never know what might befall you in future. So that is why Kenyans are then rushing for the title deeds. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell and like our videos. Thank you very much for those who support us. And thank you very much for those who have also been participating, or those who have also been adopting some families. Oh, I think the response is overwhelming. I'm so much happy. Yes, I think I've received around, is it 25? Yes, 25 people that have been reaching out and they're adopting. And they're really saying that it was a very good idea. Sometimes it is you adopt. Sikule Christmas peke yako. There's some 4 critical observations I'm making on this move. Number 1, Kenyatta family is reading a land grabbing scheme on Jomo Kenyatta land. Yes. If you see Mama Ngina demanding that title deed, they are seeing somewhere that the train, the affordable housing train that seems to have left the station is leaving no stone unturned. And they are just trying to be very strategic to ensure that they can shield Kenyatta land from that grabbing. Because in the court papers, and I think probably we'll get them, in the court papers, they are clarifying on what exactly they need. And they are saying that it's only registrar that can respond. There is the registrar of lands that can respond. So this is a matter that is very delicate, because if Kenyatta family is going to court, now if Kenyatta family is going to court, and the picture will come out clearly that if Mama Ngina ananyang'anywa, sasa sisi ni kina nani? You know, that is what is coming out, that weapon, that's what is cutting across. The other time it was people from Georgia. Now it is Mama Ngina complaining. And that is one thing I am saying. Number 2, I think Uhuru is out to take Ruto head on. I remember last appearance when that Uhuru Kenyatta speech that he made in Mwingi, he was saying uoga iliisha. Siku hizi uoga iliisha. Yeah. Yes. There is that which President has realized, that he has his way in court. And you remember Mutunga saying that when the Northlands farm that belongs to former president was attacked, was raided by some organized goons, he tried to reach out to former president, telling him to rush to court, and even though he could not reach him. So what Kenyatta family seems to have realized is that if they don't take Ruto head on, then Ruto is going to crush them. And that for sure I cannot doubt. Yes, he can make an attempt to crush them. And I think that is one of the few, a million reasons why Uhuru Kenyatta cannot go anywhere. Uhuru Kenyatta must just be around here. And that is one indication that he's going to take on Ruto head on. If they're not going to make it through, then they're going to court. Number 3, Ruto's system is infiltrated. That system is infiltrated because that move to demand for the title deed has been certified urgent. Question: what has triggered it? What has awakened Kenyatta family? And they have realized, you know what? We need to take the title deed for the land in Taita Taveta. What has awakened them? You know, Justin Muturi and quite a number of people, like the land registry has worked there since 1990. I was reading that story. Since 1994, he was there. That position has never changed. So these are people that worked with the former president for the last 10 years. They are still in those ministry positions. Eji Muturi is a close Uhuru Kenyatta friend, is a long-term friend, a man who, corridors will tell you here, that Uhuru Kenyatta shaped his political career when he was appointed to be the speaker for even 10 years, the time that Uhuru Kenyatta was the president. And he got it through Uhuru Kenyatta's votes. So, there is clear line that something fishy could be going on, could have been cooked, but because the system is infiltrated, someone tipped Mama Ngina that you guys need to come out and defend yourselves because otherwise you're going to fall a victim. That's another observation I'm making. Lastly, and this one is something I must say. The land issue is emerging as a thorny, poison chalice that can rattle Mount Kenya. If there is something that, amongst other things, if there is something that can also rattle Mount Kenya, is about the issue of land. And just to make you understand, do you remember when Uhuru Kenyatta, when Matiang'i was the Minister of Interior, ordered some land eviction, I think some part of Kariobangi South or something. And the Rigathi Gachagua, the team then, who are then working with William Ruto, ran a very smear propaganda that our people were evicted during COVID and were left in the cold. Amongst political narratives that really ran, left a big egg that really affected Uhuru Kenyatta comeback was the fact that Uhuru Kenyatta was portrayed as a man who had abandoned his people. Mount Kenya, two things were told about Uhuru Kenyatta in Mount Kenya. Number one was that he has abandoned his people despite the fact that they have voted for him twice. And number two is that he is underdeveloped. He doesn't have a track record. And all those words that were said. So, just as this is happening, there are some members of the Gikuyu community that were affected during Mavoko demolitions. There have been Lamu issues. There was lately in Eldoret where some other that was also affected. Now we are seeing Juja. So what are we saying? That the storm is building. My good friend Gabriel Oguda says the clouds are gathering. The storm is building. And with the likes of high-profile, eminent people like Mama Ngina being thrown in the fight, or rather countering the current government, it is something that is going to raise eyebrows. And I believe that if there is something Ruto should not take to the ballot is the issue of land. People should never go to vote that we are protecting our land. Because it's a big tension. If you read good stories about 2007, how we stupidly fell in 2007, it dates back from 1992 land clashes. So we must tread careful. Thank you.